I just want my baby back. Whatever I do, I feel like I'm doing a good enough job. I've done everything all on my own. I don't make myself a better person to get Livy back to reduce the risks. My ex is not about anymore. I'm living on my own, but I'm just in fear that Bedford Social Services are going to come up with something else. Like, going to probably use that exposing the truth against me because I exposed them over the internet. But if I didn't expose the truth, I wouldn't be getting all this help now. If I didn't have all this help, all these people helping me, I would have just gave up an adoption or granted, but I didn't give up. I sought advice, I spoke to hundreds of people, I've met people, I got advice, I've helped other people, and now there's no concerns anymore now. My ex is gone. I've got support workers, I've got social services help, I'm even having therapy. Mental health's not an issue, and Livy's protection is not an issue because my ex is not about, he's on bail, and if he does come to the area, he'll have to let people know anyway. So she's safe. She's safe, and I got support here. I want her back now. And after what's happened, I'd even be scared of her, like, crying. Even if she had, like, a scratch on her hand from falling over, I'd think, am I going to justify this to people now because she's got a scratch? She might take off me because she's got a scratch. So that's actually, like, if I put up on cotton wool, but I'm just worried that even if she did have something like that, they would take off me again. Because she just took off me before, so I'm worrying about that. I'm worried about leaving me alone with people, even with the social worker, because I'm in fear, but I'm not going to see her again. Someone might just make something up or just take her away from me. But that's why I need trust. But I'm actually trusting people now. I actually engaged with social workers, of all people, social workers, and I still fear them a little bit. But I've had no issues with Salford whatsoever. I've fully engaged with them. I've been upfront about my situation. I've been upfront about my ex, about why I had the Dudley Lodge, because we had concerns about my ability to parent because of my childhood, because I couldn't do nothing about my ex, because he was found guilty at that time, so they sent to Dudley Lodge. And so instead of his wasn't found guilty of his charge or some allegation someone made, they used for domestic violence against us. But even though I knew I was going to go home anyway, with Olivia back to Peter, so why would the subject be about concerned about Dudley Lodge about Peter? I can't see that he's a risk. Why do I need to know if he's a risk if I'm not even going to go, wasn't even going to go back home with him? So what's the point of mentioning about my ex or about Dudley Lodge? And then saying I could attend my baby's basic care needs. And I was giving conflict advice, telling people, getting told how to do the same thing over and over again. Places like that should be properly monitored, not writing things down on paperwork. Because like social services, they make a minor detail to act like something bad, totally out of context. Like if Olivia fell, or then we could say that Livia was next to her mum and she fell, but then we could about Livia was next to her mum and she was pushed, making it sound really bad. Does it make sense? I had no concerns with Olivia the first week of her life at the hospital. If anything, you make concerns, you have problems at the first week of baby's life, not like a week in. So, but Dudley Lodge itself was a place in another country. I don't know what species run that place, or where the staff were from, but most of them were not from this country, another planet. Or maybe they are just sheep and stuff. Like one staff was like a child who worked in a nursery. If she worked in a nursery, why would she put why would that lady who worked in a nursery put my baby's nappy on so tight I took it off, and top of my baby's legs were like almost red raw, and I was devastated. And I found out at the same member staff about nappy was a nappy for a newborn. So God knows where she got that nappy from. My baby was on size 2 nappies, not size 1, I think it was. No, 1 before 1. Like the first, what babies have the first 2 weeks of their life. They put that on my baby. It's like they just got the nappy and just did that, and that's it. It annoys me. Like they can, like, if that was me, that would be as neglect. But they just have their own rules, and something needs to be done. It's just not right what's happening. Like taking my baby on interim care order, and I only found out my baby's going to get took off me about 2 hours before. They should tell you like a week before and how to improve it. Like we should say like if you don't do that, your baby's gonna be if you don't do this, your baby's gonna be took off you next week. Just to warn you. I was not even warned or nothing. I was not even warned. And when I looked at the court document, there's no explanation why my baby was on put into care order. It's not. It was done was just an interim care order for details and just a signature. So why was my baby on interim care order? He said it was a feeding, but the midwife confirmed that I didn't have problems with feeding, and the way Dudley Lodge wanted me to feed my baby, I wasn't taught to feed it that way. It's breastfeed on demand, not waking the staff up like every 4 hours just to breastfeed my baby. You don't do it every 4 hours. The feeding room was a mess. I cannot feed my baby. Like, I'm not even going to get into it. I don't even need to explain it, actually. Because when I met my nephew, my oldest nephew, first year of his life, I was in his life a lot. So I do have freaking child experience anyway. And even my sister wrote a statement for the court stating all that. But I don't even think the judge didn't even read the evidence because the barrister didn't show my evidence in court. And that itself, I don't think it miscarries of justice, but it's just negligence, isn't it? But please, do what's right and just return Olivia back. No concerns, like I said at the beginning. My ex-partner's gone. He'd be living in the Cambridgeshire area, and I'm in Little Holton with support. I have support workers and a social worker for Olivia come in, probably quite often, depending on what type of supervision order or Section 17 children in need plan I'll be on, because it goes under different categories. So Olivia will be seen all the time anyway. So there's no need to concern. Because the only concerns were because I failed Dudley Lodge, as according to Bedford Social Services, but not Dudley Lodge, because Dudley Lodge did not want to terminate the placement. It was Rebecca de Cruz who decided on the day to terminate the assessment and to get Olivia returned to taken into foster care. Dudley Lodge was saying if it was to be terminated, that was why Rebecca de Cruz and Bedford Borough Council were not happy about the video I done. Dudley Lodge exposed, no, that's a Facebook group. Social Services Stole My Baby, my YouTube video, what I had on audio when we were going to take Olivia. I knew that Rebecca de Cruz was going to say stuff what she shouldn't have, and like contact once a fortnight. Contact once a fortnight is when is before a child is to adoption, what they call it, not just when a baby's took off. You should be 3-4 times a week. And also, which I knew before the interim care order, Judge James Mumby from the High Court Division stated that if a mother and baby were to be separated and they were breastfed, not to separate mother and baby, to put them in a place, even it means like we support any emergency place so the baby can be breastfed, because it's essential. But it depends. But if a baby was like in danger, that's a different manner, but in my situation, because I failed Dudley Lodge, what about a second chance? Even if I did fail Dudley Lodge, but I didn't, what about a second chance? Would that second chance be now? Like say, oh, I'm sorry, I did fail it, and then now I can beg and say, please forgive me. I did do stuff, what was wrong. But the thing is, I don't think I did anything wrong, that's the problem. Yeah, I'm stubborn as hell. I say things without thinking. Yeah, I did that wrong actually. Because a load of the things you wrote down was that I said that, I said this, I said that, I done that. More than mention of my baby Olivia. It's all about me. I said that about Peter. I said about Peter's mum. I said about my sister. It's all about that. But the only thing you said about Olivia was I couldn't attend her basic care needs. But you didn't specify basic care needs. Which one? Oh, was it like the incident you said like that of a baby monitor? I was lying on my back, sat upright with Olivia's face, a face against my chest, and my hand on her chair, on her face, side of her face, stroking her ear. The baby monitor was there. They said that I had my hand over Olivia's mouth. Okay, baby monitor, you can't see your hand, the baby's mouth. Unless the baby monitor had 3D viewing and it can jump right over your head and see it. It's a joke, and they based it on a baby monitor, which didn't even record. It's ridiculous, I must say, but please, just return my Olivia at home. I've done everything. No one even told me to do what I'm doing. I did it all myself. I've not even had much help from my ex-partner. I did all these groups myself. But you thought it was just a clean, open and shut case, right? Got Olivia, and that's it. But you know what? You're not having my baby, because even if I did lose her, but I'm not, there will be a massive exposure. I got lots of people behind me. I've seen people about doing a massive exposure months ago to prepare myself for the worst. I'm always a step ahead. And even exposure itself can get Olivia back. And and something else which is going to happen not quite soon. So just return Olivia back. It's gonna get messier, and I'm not gonna give up till I get her back. So please, just do what's right and return my Olivia back. I had to do this.